Well, welcome once again to another face-to-face interview with Rockosaurus. Tonight we are very pleased and very honoured to have joining us two people who have really been making an awful lot of noise lately, and good noise it is too. I'm referring to Grace and Aaron Bond, aka When Rivers Meet. Grace and Aaron, welcome.
Thank you very
so
much. Good to be here.
How are you?
Yeah, I'm really good, and all the happier to see you two. You've really been storming away lately, haven't you? I mean, it's you've had quite an incredible year, haven't you?
Yeah, it's been a bit busy.
It's been crazy. Yeah, we thought we were going to be busy, you know, like most musicians, traveling around doing gigs. But we've not been out anywhere. We've not, not been out for doing gigs, but we've been busier than we've ever been in our whole lives.
Yeah,
so
true.
Makes you wonder where you would find time for gigs, really, doesn't it?
Yeah,
I
we've
know.
been saying that.
Yeah, we'll make time.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll make time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, I'm not going to ask you the obvious question, which you have been asked in every interview I think that you've ever had, and that is, how did you two meet? That is a matter of record, which, if anybody wants to know, they can look it up. I mean, that one would be well and truly.
Oh, yeah, it was down the pub, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I loved the post you put on the other day about exactly that, that we've been asked this so many times. Here's the answer to that question. I thought that was priceless. Yeah, so it all really started, September of last year, I think, with your first EP, didn't it?
That's right, yeah. I mean, we were so into the rock and blues scene sort of last year, weren't we, in the fact that we were bought the Gibson Les Paul, and we just kind of recorded the first EP.
We did.
In April,
we'd been playing music together for a few years. I mean, we've been together for quite a while, and but we decided this is what we wanted to do. We wanted to do rock and blues, and a lot of people were quite sceptical about it because we are a duo, and everyone was like, "You can't rock out when you're a duo."
Yeah, constantly being told, "Yeah, you can't do that as a duo."
You need a band, so we decided that we were just gonna. We've got an old camper van that we were just gonna go around, do as many gigs as we could, try out this new blues rock sound that we'd been writing.
Yeah.
Like Aaron said, he's got his Les Paul guitar, and we'd been trying to for a while because I play violin and mandolin, see how that would work in the whole blues rock vibe. So we were just sussing it all out. We've been traveling around doing gigs, seeing what people thought, and we'd done the first EP, like you say, which was September. Luckily, we'd recorded our next EP before the national lockdown in March. So we had that to release in May, which was really lucky because not many people had sort of music in stock.
Right. That's right.
So, yeah, and that feels like literally about 3 years ago.
Oh, it feels so long ago, yeah.
It was like a really long time.
I mean, it's been quite meteoric, really, isn't it? I mean, just looking at the sort of number of page likes you've got on Facebook, I mean,
that's great.
53,000, I think. That's pretty phenomenal,
It's crazy, yeah. And it's only really because we do our weekly live streams.
Yeah.
It's just like, and this is what we say, like we were traveling around doing gigs, which, we would have preferred to be doing. Everyone would prefer to be out at a live gig.
For sure.
But the audience that we've reached on the Saturday night live streams, I think we're into like week 35 or something now.
Something like that, yeah.
And it's just, like you say, it's crazy, totally crazy.
But it's the thing is, it's keeping your hand in as well, isn't it? I mean, this is the thing.
Sure.
You obviously live and breathe for the music, and that having that outlet must be so satisfying under the current circumstances.
I mean, we're so grateful for the fact that we have people come and watch us on a Saturday. It gives us a gig every Saturday, and
it's exciting
it's
as well.
So exciting, yeah. It's brilliant. We love it. Absolutely love it.
Just have to make sure we don't drink too much, because I ran out of beer the other week, so I thought I'd have some sherry, and then you can feel gradually. I was like, I'm going out of tune. I can't do anything about it. Like a tiny bit.
I think it's fun.
It's not.
Of course, in these troubled times, obviously most bands are having to do things remotely. If they want to do a live stream, they're all in separate locations, and then that video then all has to be edited together, because you two have the advantage of actually living together, so you can basically say, right, let's live stream.
Yeah.
We're pretty lucky like that, aren't we? So,
yeah, because if we weren't used to playing just as a duo, it would have been really difficult. And also, we've kind of, we've just been streaming off our iPhone since we started, and a lot of people can't do that if there's a big kit involved.
Exactly,
and like you say, if people are in different locations, it's all got to be mixed, and so we're really lucky. It's been been quite easy for us to keep streaming. So.
I still lie of the wrongs that happened somewhere. I still lie, I've been grieving in my nightmare. I play my pockets to the sunset to beware. I left my soul on the southbound train to nowhere. I'm bound for nowhere. I'm bound for nowhere. I'm bound for nowhere. I'm bound for nowhere.
Battleground has been absolutely astronomical, hasn't it? I mean, there's non-ballistic. Plenty of airplay on Planet Rock as well. That must feel.
We're so pleased that Planet Rock have picked it up, and they debuted our video on there as well for Battleground.
Yeah, they done the 24-hour premiere of Battleground, and then we got playlisted as well. So it's amazing.
We're just blown away by everything that's been happening, aren't we?
I mean, all the radio play we've been getting, it's just been so cool.
Just phenomenal.
Well, there is of course a good reason for that, and that is the music is mighty fine. Unfortunately, I've heard the album. Quite amazing. I mean, it's interesting because you've got a retro feel to the music, and yet it's current and fresh. Now that seems like a strange combination, but that's the way it sounded to me. I mean, would you say that's what you were aiming at?
Yes,
for sure.
Exactly.
You hit the nail right on the head. For sure.
Yeah. We wanted it to be like authentic and not too perfect.
Yeah. So it's real,
And that's what we like when we listen to music. We don't like things that are so perfect and pristine. And even though it's really tempting to do that, it kind of takes the life out.
And also we like things that are different as well. Like you say, that's fresh and new. And even though it just kind of reminds you of things. And, biggest influences for us would be bands like Bad Company and Led Zeppelin, but even going up to Guns N' Roses, Metallica and Thunder and people like that. And we just love rock music.
But for us, you still listen to Free and Bad Company and Led Zeppelin, and it still sounds like fresh somehow.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
And I think just by trying to keep authentic with the sounds, there's not tons of digital effects or hardly any. It's all there's organic spring reverb, or it's a natural room reverbs. And I think doing those classic techniques have helped to sort of, I don't know if it
make that sound.
Yeah.
And one of the other biggest influences for us is obviously the blues. I mean, John Lee Hooker, Boom 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 was my first ever CD, and I absolutely loved it. And you love Bonnie Raitt, don't you? So it's the combination of all
we're
of
lucky,
that.
I think. It's just
very lucky, very lucky.
I don't quite know how that happened, but it was what we were aiming for. But I'm glad that it happened.
Well, I mean, it's obviously, it's the chemistry between the two of you that just works so well. And I mean, obviously the different influences you've both got behind you have obviously gone into a melting pot and produced this incredible album. I mean, it's it is quite phenomenal, and you know, it's not often I'm quite so gushing about an album, but this one, as soon as I put it on, I thought, oh, wow, what's coming out of my speakers here? You know,
That's
man,
so
thank
cool.
you.
it's the depth of the sound as well. It's like a sucker punch. You know, it really does get you.
I
Off. Yeah, exactly that. You know, it's yeah. I mean, it's got the lot. You know, your vocals are absolutely on point. But as you say, there is that slight rawness to it, which adds to it. You know, it's almost like a live performance.
Exactly.
Some of them are.
Some of them are. Yeah, the last
live
three
takes.
are totally live. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think as well, because even though like it does feel like it's a really produced, like a big sound on a lot of the songs, like with Battleground, that's actually, it's just one guitar part with a couple, maybe a second guitar just slightly layered over, you've done a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Bass and drums, and that's it. And to the point when we were in the studio, our producer, Adam, who plays drums and bass riffs as well, he was actually having to mute tracks because he was like, that sounds so huge, I must have put something else in there because that's ridiculous. And a lot of that is down to him where he's so good at recording things, and it's just made it sound so full.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's a remarkable job all round, and so kudos to you for that. Absolutely amazing. Have you got dates lined up? You know, obviously COVID dependent.
We did have dates, but unfortunately they've all been cancelled.
Yeah, we had a support tour booked for May.
May.
But that was actually, it's been postponed, and before we could even announce it. So we were supposed to play the Rock and Blues Festival in Skegness in January. That today has just been cancelled. Oh. So But everything else, everything else.
Yeah. So
cancelled. Wait till it's all, the coast is clear, and we'll be there. We'll be out there. So.
Oh, I'm sure you will, with a vengeance. Yeah. In your converted VW camper.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Well, at the garage.
Yeah, still in the garage at the moment, unfortunately.
9 weeks.
Do I understand you actually did the conversion yourselves?
We did. Yeah, every single thing on there we did.
We cut the window. It was a panel
cut the windows
van,
out.
so cut the windows out.
Yeah. Yeah, put the sink in, the plumbing, the electrics, everything, didn't we?
I'm the electrics queen.
She is. So, your talents go way beyond the music then. That's impressive.
Of course, yeah. Yes, they do. Don't let me fall. Don't let me fall. So coming back to Battleground, I mean, it's only been out a month and a half. 9,000 views. Wow. Has it? Wow.
I didn't know that.
We didn't know that.
That's pretty impressive, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. It's just crazy. Like we say, before lockdown, we were traveling around. We've been playing in like small venues, pubs, doing a few like smaller support slots, and then then we're on Planet Rock, and we've got 50,000 people on Facebook within 6 months. It's like,
it's crazy.
It's all very surreal because we've just been at home the whole time. You know,
it's all virtual.
Yeah. Kind of like pictures.
Is it going to be the same when we come back out again?
Go out and do gigs. It's just going to be as normal as it was before. Like, it's just weird.
I think you're going to sell a few tickets, actually. You know, I mean, I don't think you need to have any worries on that front. I mean, obviously, things start. There is light at the end of the tunnel now with the
great news, isn't it?
Yeah. I hope vaccines will be coming out fairly soon, and we can all go out and play again. That'd be awesome.
The thought of being able to go out, because we've been saying, like, people have been offering and saying you can do like a socially distanced gig, but whenever we envisage going back out and playing, especially now we've got the new album and this sound we want to go out with and the band, it's not at a socially distanced gig. It's where everyone's crammed in and there's an atmosphere.
Totally.
So the thought, like you say, that hopefully that is not too far in the future now is just, it's all going to be amazing for everyone, isn't it?
Oh, well, it's going to be like a cork popping out of a champagne bottle, isn't it, really? Because it's probably going to go absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
I think the biggest problem's going to be gigs clashing, because there's going to be so many going on, bang, 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 just like that. And they're going to overlap. And I think that's going to be the biggest problem for people.
I think as well, maybe even getting the venues, because we've sort of spoken about maybe we could book some venues, like we're completely independent. And we've sort of said maybe we can book some venues and start planning things. But one, like, that's quite scary. Taking people's money when you potentially going to have to cancel it is very, it's a scary prospect. And also, like, are there going to be any? But we don't know if there's going to be any venues available.
Yeah, what venues are going to be about still,
Yeah, because so many will be closed. The ones that are still open hopefully will be in such high demand that there'll be an increased need again. But
that's right. I mean, it is a potential issue, isn't it? I mean, this is the trouble. But I think, you guys have got, you've built up a very high profile in such a short space of time. I think people tend to put you higher up the list, put it that way.
That'd be nice.
Awesome.
Break of dawn is here, embark on a new frontier. Oh, we fly free. 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 Oh, we fly free.
We're really proud of this album.
We are,
I mean, it's been a lockdown album. We recorded it. We were supposed to be recording it in March. Yeah. So it all got pushed back.
Delayed. Yeah.
Luckily enough, we just record with, it's pretty much just us and Adam, one other person. So we were lucky we were able to still go ahead and record.
Yeah.
And so it's been a really crazy year, but we quit our day jobs also just not long before lockdown kicked off to become full-time musicians.
Yeah.
And my God, have we been supported through this lockdown?
Totally.
It's just absolutely blown us away. So anybody that's been following us, watched any of the live streams thank you, and thank you very much. Seriously,
we do appreciate it.
We didn't, along with everybody else, we had no idea what was going to happen, especially after quitting a sensible decision to quit our day jobs
just before a pandemic. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Who knew?
I know, yeah.
We didn't.
No. But very lucky people.
We are,
Well, I think the listening public are very lucky to have guys like you actually out there keeping the spirits up through these times as well, and putting out such a great initial body of work. And I'm sure that's going to carry on for a long time to come. We've seen a picture of you guys when you're sort of basically receiving the finished product. Can you tell us what your feelings were?
I think the finished product, that was great. It was really stressful. We were the whole recording was really enjoyable, and we had so much fun. Adam is so chilled out and just naturally creative.
Such fun to work with. Yeah.
But the mixing process then got so stressful because we were pinging mixes around, and I can't, if there's something I don't like, that's all I can hear. Yeah. So it's until we got to that final point in the studio, and before we listened listen to it, which with Adam, the producer. We walked to the pub, didn't we? Which Adam, like, he was like, oh yeah, it's only up the river a bit.
It's only down the road a bit.
So like,
and about 4 miles later, Jesus Christ, through a forest. He's barefooted.
Yeah, he's barefoot. He's very like in touch with nature.
Yeah, so is. Yeah.
So we'd been to the pub, got a bit drunk, walked back, had something else to, and then it was dark, and we put the album on full volume, and it had just come back fully mastered. Yeah. And it was like literally jumping up and down, hugs, like, oh my god!
Yeah, there was tears, there was laughter, all that. Yeah, it was brilliant. Yeah, it was brilliant.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah. Oh, dear. Yeah. That must have been such a sense of achievement, you know, when you got that.
And relief as well, because it's kind of, you kind of envisage these things and then just putting them together, and then it kind of sometimes can go in different directions, and it's having to pull things back into like, whatever it might be.
Yeah, the guitar tone went one way and we weren't expecting it to, and then we had to sort of pull it back, it all off again. So like you say, it was kind of like going like that for a long time.
Totally, yeah.
And then it sort of like settled finally. And
the recording part is the easy part, really, isn't it?
Yeah. No, it's striking the right balance in the mix, isn't it?
Totally, yeah. Because we want to be involved with everything, don't we? You know, we want full control
Adam's
over
really
it.
Pleased about that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No. But I mean, you know what I mean. I mean, the thing is, like, we've got our vision of how it is, and then we try and portray it to Adam, and Adam tries to see our vision and goes with it, but he wants his own little bit on it as well, if you know what I mean. So it's a tough process in a way, but it's really cool at the same time.
Because Adam never says no. He's always like, we could try that.
Yeah.
He never says. He's always like, we could try this though. You know. So he's really good. Yeah,
and he comes up with some brilliant ideas as well. Yeah. Absolutely fantastic.
I imagine it was pretty exciting when you actually received the box of product, and you could actually hold that in your hands.
It was actually, it kind of was, but they were later than we expected. So it was more like, quick, start signing them.
Yeah.
Like trying to get them out in time for the pre-order.
Yeah, it was, And
then,
But because of COVID and everything, all the distribution centres have slowed right down.
Like vinyl's like forever.
Yeah. The vinyl won't be here till December, and it was supposed to be here like about 3 or 4 weeks ago originally. You know, but it's just one of those things that
it's small price to pay. It's just like the organisation's been a bit of a pain because of all those things.
Yeah, but I mean, everybody's been really cool about it, so that's brilliant.
I presume you're still writing new material as we speak.
Well, we tend to do it in phases. So we've been prepping for the launch. So we tend to sort of write in the winter time.
It's kind of like seasons. We plan to write through
sort of December, winter. January, February. March time, really.
And then we'll be going back in the studio in the spring to record the next album.
Yeah, about April time.
And then the next release will be autumn. So it's kind of like a season. We work in sort of seasons a bit. Yeah.
That sounds a great way of working, actually. Yeah, because it paces things nicely, doesn't it?
Mm. Yeah.
You have time for the ideas to ferment and develop. No, that's great. Yeah, I was chatting to a friend of mine, Dorothy Clark. I think you've met Dorothy. She came to do a photo shoot with you. You were telling me about when she came to do the shoot, and she just couldn't believe it because you were like, I think Grace, you were wandering around singing whilst she was sort of shooting. You know, she said it was like a private gig. Yeah, she was so like, oh, this was wonderful. You know, she was so enthusiastic about it. I think I saw her like a day or two after she'd been to see you. She couldn't wait to tell me all about it.
That's
awesome.
Really cool.
Yeah.
I generally shut up singing. It's a regular.
Just goes on and on and on. That was lovely. I love it.
Yeah.
So that's good.
But I do get told to shut up a lot.
Only now and then. No, it's not a lot. It's only now.
No, we are still recording this.
And behind the scenes.
Yeah. What we're really like.
Dark clouds in the sky, but the sun will shine tomorrow. Find a light in my life. I'll find it tomorrow. Waste my day away and savor tomorrow. Leave it till tomorrow.
Would you like to tell our viewers where they can find you on social media? I mean, social media is such an important platform at the moment. Where can we find you?
Yeah, we're on all the platforms. So our Facebook, if you want to join us on Facebook, it's facebook.com/whenriversmeet. We've got our website, whenriversmeet.co.uk, which has got our links everywhere. It's got all our YouTube links and Twitter and Instagram and everywhere else. But just Google. We should hopefully pop up nowadays. When Rivers Meet, and something will pop up. Hopefully it's good. Whatever pops up.
And we've been live streaming at 8 o'clock every Saturday night for the last 35 weeks at 8 p.m. BST. So GMT now. Yeah.
Yep. So yeah, definitely come. We have a lot of fun. We do have a lot of fun, and we've kind of built up an amazing community of people. Look, people jump on there and are like, "Hey, everybody, how are you doing?" You know.
But just remember, bring your beer.
Yeah, need beer.
Yeah. Oh, do you mean the beer's not supplied?
No, unfortunately not. Yeah, we would.
Yeah.
So where's the best place for people to go to get your merch? Because I mean, obviously, you can't sell any of the gigs at the moment. So
whenriversmeet.co.uk. So we've got all our merch, all our new CD. We've got a blue splatter vinyl of the new album. T-shirts and stuff on there. So it's really cool. And we've been doing a lot, because we've done a pre-order for the album, so that all had to go out in one go. So we literally, the post office hate us.
They do.
They see us coming and they're like, shut the door.
You see evil looks when we walk through the door.
Yeah,
no, not them again.
So is the person at your local post office actually ask you what it is you're sending in such great quantities?
Oh yeah, they know.
They know now.
Yeah. It was fine until we started sending vinyl out with the EP vinyl. Then we were like going in there with they looked like pizza boxes, you know.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
Vinyl, no.
Smell of your skin pulls me in. Eyes wide shut, feeling your touch, the pressure within. Noise of the crowd all around has been drowned out. Watching your lips, the rhythm begins. Do you like what you see? Do you like what you see?
I'm so pleased for you guys. I really am. You know, it's been a very short journey, but my God, it's it's been a good one, hasn't it?
It has. I think it feels like this part has been short, but we've been playing music for a really long time. So it's kind of like, for us, it's felt like a really slow pace for a number of years, and then all of a sudden it's happened. You know,
just gone bang like that. Yeah.
So I mean, been gigging for a very long time, and so.
Well, since she was 4.
So yeah, the first gig was 12.
Oh, sorry, 12.
The gig was 12. But it's all then happened quickly now. It's weird, very strange.
Yeah, but it must be a great feeling. And
we're not complaining.
No, not at all. We absolutely love it.
Yeah. No, I mean, and you both, you can both come across as well-grounded people as well, which is great. And
we knock each other down if we need to.
Yeah. But once you're off camera, it's a different story, isn't it?
Yeah.
Guys, that is absolutely great meeting you, and I can't wait to get to see you play live. Let's hope it's pretty damn soon. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a real pleasure.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
Cheers.